This is one of the sickest things I've ever filmed in my whole life.
All right, good morning, happy people. I'm Robert Arrington. This is Deer Meat for Dinner. And I get more requests and comments and questions about catching Mahi Mahi, dolphin, dorado. I get more requests about this fish than anything else in the world. And I've never really done a how to catch this particular fish video before. But we were just out and the footage was so good, I figured let's do a video just showing you how to go out, not with a guide. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I normally guide myself. I just jump on my boat, I go out that inlet, I read the conditions and figure out, am I gonna go snapper fishing, king fishing, dolphin fishing, sail fishing, or running the beach for tarpon and jacks? It's just, it's like a quarterback walking up to the line of scrimmage, you look, you're like, oh, the defense says this, let's run this. If your dream is to go out and be consistent catching Mahi Mahi, preparation is the name of the game. You don't have to use real heavy tackle. If you use real heavy tackle, you tend to pull a lot of hooks. You don't have the finesse and you can't catch a lot of fish. This is a perfect rod. It's a Mag's custom rod, 8 feet long, medium heavy action. It's great for live baiting, chunking, and trolling. It's got a Shimano Talica 16. I use 50-pound braid, and I use the same setup whether I'm dead baiting or live baiting. Now, I'm gonna show you how to rig baits. I'm gonna show you everything, but right now, let's get our rod set up. It's way before daylight in the morning. We're getting ready to go fishing. I'm gonna get set up. All you gotta do, take your braid, that's 50-pound braid. You do not have to do a bimini twist. Just do a little overhand knot. Do it 1, 2, 3 times. If you do 4, fine, 5, fine, whatever. And that's what you're left with. You're left with a double. Come in here, cut your braid. I use 50-pound fluorocarbon leader. And we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3 hands. This is how I connect the fluorocarbon to my double, my loop. Hold your finger in the loop, and you're just gonna go around that loop about 10 times. I don't know, that's probably 10, 12 times, something like that. And then you take that little tag end and go down through the loop that your finger is holding. Then pull your finger out of the loop, it's kind of tight. Just like that. And then wet it. Perfect. See that? That's your knot. Cut that nice and short, and you're good to go. That is the hook you should use. None of these people are sponsors. That's a 7/0 Gamakatsu. It's inline. Inline is great whether you're using chunk bait, live bait, or trolling bait. Now, if I'm out on a meat mission just trying to catch meat fish, I use a Mustad 7766. But in this, I just make a little loop knot, just like that. That's gonna give plenty of action. There you go. That's how I connect it. That rod is ready to go. Whether I'm using a trolling bait, a dead bait, a chunk bait, or a live bait, that rod is ready to go. So I suggest when you go out, have 4 to 6 rods rigged just like that. Now, you're like, well, how could you troll with it like that? It's got a hook on it. Let me show you. One of the coolest things that's come out in a long, long time are these. They're called Ringer Swivels. It's a swivel that's got a rubber O-ring on it. Simple as this. Take your copper wire, go right down through the center. It's gonna go right out the bottom of his chin. Take that and pull that down nice and snug, right like that, so that O-ring's at the top. I let it sit there and I take a little weight. You can use 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce. Back in the day, whenever I was a young mate, there was always a saying, bigger the weight, dumber the mate. I have learned over the years that that is not a true saying. There's a very good reason to use a larger weight. Sometimes when it's rough, you want to get your bait down. If you're trolling fast and you want to keep it in the water, a bigger weight will help you do that. So your first strap, you go behind it, then you go in front of it. You're locking that lead in place. Here you go. Take that copper, go behind it, go in front of it, and wrap it right down the bill, just like that. Once you get right there, take your pliers and just cut that bill. There you go. Now what you have is, you have a ballyhoo with a pulling point right in the center. That lead is going to sit down like a keel. Now, it doesn't matter whether you have a live bait, dead bait, chunk bait, whatever you have. When you get out there, you may stop and drift live baits for a little while. Oh, it's not working, let's cover some ground. If you start trolling, you've got your baits already rigged in the cooler on ice. You take your inline circle hook and go right through there. Now that bait is ready to go. Put it in the water, troll it along, and you're ready to go. Now, I don't know what the website is for Ringer Swivels, but I'll look it up. I'll put it in the description below. Let's get out there. Let's go catch some live bait. Back up. Yes, sirree, boys. I got us a bunch of finger mullet. Neutral right there. This is what we're after right here, y'all. Mahi mahi for days. All small finger mullet. I ain't sure what we're gonna catch today, but we're gonna catch something. That is the perfect size finger mullet, and everyone knows one has to go back. Hey, who's ready to fish, y'all? I know I am. This feels really, really, really good to me right now. You've got that O-ring up top. Make sure your hook is non-offset. If I was bill fishing, I'd be using a circle hook. But with these dolphin, I like an old Mustad 7766. Dickie Dickinson Special. We're looking for mahi. Oh, big piece of bamboo. That is what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, just got bit right there. Got him.
We don't always go mahi-mahi fishing, but when we do, we catch a boatload of them.
Come here, rascal. Come here, buddy. Yeah, why not? Fish just went under the boat. I've still got plenty of rod to get down underneath, even if I have to go underneath the motor. Made a heck of a run deep. Big, beautiful Mahi Mahi, 20 pounder. Look at that, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. I'm gonna back up. Good job. Good job in the boat. Yes, sirree. Hey, dude, you rock, brother. You rock. See that hook is right in the corner of his jaw? Mustad 7766 5/0. Came out here, we had big bait, little bait, trolling bait, flies, we had it all. It all was needed and it all worked, man. That's where preparation meets opportunity to come out with success. Look at that, awesome fish. Yeah, that's happening right there, by the way.
Yeah.
What are you about to do, Austin?
I'm about to catch a dolphin.
Are you kidding me? This is insanity.
Absolutely crazy. They are fired up.
Look at the power in this Mag's rod. I mean, look at this. What an awesome day.
He's swimming right at me! I hope I still got him on.
You know, I'm looking at him. You got him. He's right there. Do you even know how many you caught today on the fly?
I have no idea.
And there's Mahi just swimming around the boat everywhere.
Yep, there's another one there. They're all over the place.
I could do a whole montage just of you hooking up on the fly.
Dude, I literally hand fed that fish. Holy shit.
All right, you guys. Today would have to go down in the storybooks as one of the most epic days of Mahi fishing of my entire life. Like, we just come out here into September 2019 with my buddy Jared. We got like nothing. I talked to so many of my friends yesterday who said they've been out dolphin fishing, haven't found any. And they said, you know, tomorrow's a new day. So we just came out looking. And it has been nothing short of an absolute blessing of a day. That is a perfect fish. They've got to be 20 inches to the fork. And as you can see, that one is like 22 and a half. So he's plenty legal. Take yourself a knife. That's a great eating fish. Like, we call these peanut dolphin, and they are phenomenal to eat. All you got to do, cut down right there, take that knife. They're very, very, very delicate fish. Cut right down that backbone, just like that, all the way out the back. Run your knife down. Look at this. Just doesn't get any easier than that. Now, this is where a good knife comes in very handy. You just cut it right on off the skin. Got your little bloodline there. And just gently, just like that. We just got back to the kitchen. We had a sack full of fish. And you can do this with pretty much any fish you catch. And if you got kids and you want them to enjoy eating fish, let them eat the fish that they caught and watch what happens. They're gonna love it. And if they don't, well, hey, maybe they're just not meant to eat fish. Just cut it into little fingers, just like that. Take some all-purpose flour, throw it in there, about that much. Someone commented on one of my videos the other day, "This is nonsense, you don't measure anything. How is it gonna taste good?" And I commented back, I said, well, artists don't measure the paint that they're putting on the canvas. They just say, ah, that looks good, this looks good. And so that's kind of what I do. Not that I'm an artist or a chef, but you have an idea of what's gonna work. You can just feel it. And all I'm doing right now is making seasoned flour. See that? There you go. Take your fish fingers, throw them in your seasoned flour. Oh, it smells so good, dude. And you pull it out of that flour, let it dry. If it dries, it'll really stick a lot better. That's peanut oil. I want to get it to about 325 degrees. When you put it in, it should bubble like that. You don't want it to, just have a nice gentle fry to it. Put it in there and let it go. You don't have to cook these pieces of fish that long. I've already cooked a bunch of other fish in this oil. I believe used oil has a much better flavor to it. About that easy. They went from swimming around in the Atlantic Ocean to swimming around in some peanut oil. Next thing you know, they'll be in my mouth. You want some fish? Come here. That's what it's all about right there. Emma, say hi. Say hi. She's like, no way, Jose. Yeah, babe. Oh, let me see him. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. She's got pretty blue nails. Can we kiss? No way, Jose. She's like, I don't give you kisses on TV. Put a little Cholula sauce. I love that stuff. Are you kidding me? Take it like that. That is so good. That's absolutely phenomenal. Now, what I want to know from you is, what's your bucket list fish? Like, what's that fish that you dream of catching? And did you enjoy this video? Because I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel like I can go out there and rig a bait and go out and look for something. When you're running offshore, look for anything, whether it's a floating piece of debris or a current edge or a temperature break or a weed line or a bird flying in the air, diving in the water. Go out there, and you have to have a hunter's mentality and find that fish. Put the proper bait in front of them and catch him. Ice him down, bring him back to the house, fillet him out, and then cook him. It's a perfect situation, and I absolutely love it. That's what Catch, Clean, and Cooks are all about. I don't want to tell you, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being a part of my life, part of my channel, and part of this video. But that's all I've got for you tonight. Take care. God bless.